Recording in progress.
We're good to go. Okay, we're gonna start off tonight, gonna change the agenda a little bit. We're gonna get, the youth commission update pushed up on the map, just a little bit up on the, agenda. So I think the minutes are out. They were out, I believe, electronically, and also we have them in our hands. Are there any questions or anything on the minutes?
Thank you, Danielle.
Yeah, again, thank you, Danielle.
Yes, thank you.
I hear a motion to accept the minutes.
Motion.
There's a motion, a second.
Second.
Okay, it's a motion and seconded, to accept the minutes. And we're still over that. Okay, Pam's here. She's become a regular visitor, and we're certainly glad to have her here. Anything special from announcement from members right now? Okay. Okay, so get right under on the action items for current action items, past action items. Lisa, you have the floor for the youth commission update.
All right, great. So, I copied everyone right after the last meeting on an email that I sent to the mayor. And, we just had several questions that we need to get answered kind of before we can proceed as far as confirming the eligibility with the town. Also, if I would have brought the right folder, I would have all this in front of me, but if you need to know anything about work, I got a little bit right here. Wrong folder. That was one of the questions. One of them was about who the applications will go to. Another was if we could put it out under her name, if I wrote something for her to go out to all the people that we're kind of collecting that we're going to send to. And I think there was one more, but there were several things that we really needed some input on. And she did call me and just said that she had not been able to get to it, and you know, that there just may be a little delay with it. And so I told her, well, you know, this is our timeline, right? So we just have to have some things in place before we can move forward. I am going to propose that we make this our timeline and that we do this right, and that we push it back a little bit as far as our ambitious timeline and getting it out. And I know I've had an opportunity to talk to a couple of you, but I kind of feel like if we can get the word out, start getting it out kind of at the end of school and into the summer, but really when school's back in is when we could really get some momentum anyway. And then that way we have a lot of time to plan. We have some time to maybe make some plans with the senior council, commission, and just, you know, just really do it right. And I just don't feel like we have enough information at this time to move forward, with, you know, some of the plans we made last time as far as, promoting within the next month or two. So that's going to be my proposal. And also gives us a little bit more time for everyone to look over the guidelines and the application if you didn't have a chance to, and I can resend that. But if you know, certainly would like input from everybody on that too. That's excited.
Okay, I think, is everyone in agreement to go ahead and push this back a little bit for the initiation of this? Yeah, I think that's a great suggestion. We need to get things together a little bit more. Lisa, what do you think should be our next step now at this point? We push this back.
I just really think we need to get these answers from the mayor. I think she's very supportive and very excited about everything. It's just, you know, she obviously has a lot on her plate. And so I think there's a lot of support there. So I think as soon as we get that and get a little bit more clarification, then the rest of it should start falling into place.
Okay.
Because I would like to, once we finalize the guidelines, based on her input, then I could put something together and she could modify it, that we could start sending out and pushing out to everyone. I also planned on just making a flyer or something, I don't know, something that we could send electronically, probably a one pager electronically that has, it's just a little bit more eye-catching than here's a piece of paper, you know? And also, so like, the councilman here and I have spoken about actually going to like the Boys and Girls Club and some other places that we want to go and talk, and it'd be nice to have something to take with us to be able to do that. So I think a flyer with that. But so once we get those answers from her, I think we can start moving and just base our actual timeline on when we can get those other things complete.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll await the mayor's response on the questions that we have out there for her. Hopefully that will be, it'll be answered soon, and then we can begin the steps. That'd be great, getting a flyer made. And just speaking from experience, the Lisa here on her flyers, they're absolutely beautiful. They're absolutely great.
Oh, don't do that to me.
So,
But I appreciate it, Mike.
pardon me?
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not that good, but I try. And then I would really like to get everybody's input too.
Yeah,
And
okay.
that's what made it great. Mike and I serving on the Asbury
Yeah, Asbury
Fellowship
Park,
Park
yeah.
together. And so I took an idea and then he had ideas and great ideas and everybody.
And everybody did. Yeah, so we, okay, I think that's a great idea. Also, we could, I think, maybe, talk this up a little bit in the community and, see who may be interested. But really, I think we need to get the answers, from the mayor, and then I know I would feel more comfortable moving forward, after that, so.
So I'm thinking you're kind of missing an opportunity by not having something available for the I Love Smyrna Day. To have maybe a booth, get the public's of the use perspective on it. So if you had a table and say perspective commission, youth commission, and does anybody like, I'm sure this isn't the first time it's ever happened in a community, and that there would be people like, oh, we had one of them before where I moved from, and they give you a little bit of insight there.
Hopefully we'll have answers back from Tabby. March 14th is the,
Yeah.
Love Smyrna School District Day.
I don't know that we'll be ready for that. Because we don't want to, until we're fully prepared to answer any questions that the community may have, we don't want to open ourselves up to that, I don't think.
No, we don't want, not yet.
Yeah.
We gotta get some answers yet.
I love the idea.
Yeah, it's a
I
great
just-
idea.
I just,
Next year, we
Agreed.
agree, like, it's something
Yeah.
that we can keep in mind, like, so next year for I Love Smyrna Day, we'll be fully prepared for that and be ready to.
And next year, if we can actually get, if some of the kids are not busy with whatever they're doing
oh,
on that day, they can also sit at the table. They can be
100%.
there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
But I
'cause
know a
we
lot
would
of them-
already have some
They
going.
have something going on. I know that's with the truth. A
Yeah.
lot of kids have something going on already,
Yeah.
so.
But
you
I
know,
think, yeah, that's an excellent idea, Mike. And Pam, it's a really good idea.
Yes, it
If
is.
we, I agree. And I'm just a little worried that there may be some questions that we're not able to answer because we don't have the answers. And just personally, I know I'm not gonna be in town. and just-
Yeah, I had said originally that I would be able to do it, but unfortunately, I cannot make that happen.
And I'm not even sure about myself because, March 14th could be a trip day, so. All right, thank you, Lisa. And, I know I still have the draft application scoring sheet and the draft, youth council application there, so I think, we can get our questions answered hopefully soon and we'll move forward with that. Okay,
Thanks, everybody.
yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we got the youth commission kind of rolling here. We got the framework of it rolling. Now, what I'd like to brainstorm for everyone and Roberta's senior commission. Roberta, do you have any ideas you'd like to put forward on this? Because I think you're the person that, we would need to look to.
So I brought with me some things. Just things for seniors to do. That's what I brought, stuff that seniors like to do. So there's American Movie Theater. All right, they do great stuff, great stuff. Lillian Smith, in Clayton, they're fabulous. They're doing, in, May, I'm not sure the exact, they're going to, Cape May.
Oh.
In March, we'll know the amount, what it'll cost, but because some seniors can't walk around much, the bus, so you would park over here and get off the bus and then get on the boat. But now, the bus is going on the boat.
Oh,
That's what they're gonna do. That's the new thing that they're doing.
Oh, good.
So that's great.
That's even
That's
better.
terrific.
Yeah.
I didn't know a bus could go on there.
Yeah, I didn't know why.
Oh, now.
They're terrific people over there, every one of them. This is my favorite. And these are just things that I've done, some of them I've done, and I loved every one of them. This is my all-time favorite so far. This is Vita Nova. It's at the University of Delaware in Newark. All right, so this school has a culinary class, and the culinary people cook. And you go and you have lunch or breakfast for $22, all you could eat. And it's all done by the students, and it's
Okay.
fabulous.
And
All that
close.
I'm gonna tell you, the biggest problem is transportation.
Mhm.
We need if we don't have transportation, you can't do a convoy up there with, 4 in your car, 3 in my car. You can't, that's not gonna happen. You need transportation. I personally like this one. It's a Kent County EMS refrigerator card. You put your medications on there and your name and your this and your that, your info, put it on the refrigerator. And so God forbid anything happens, they could see all of this right away. If you can't tell them what
Who distributes
medication to
those?
take.
Who distributes those cards?
I can
Okay,
find
EMS
out.
does?
I can find out for you. I just take a picture of it.
Yeah,
I have a friend that.
Wow, that's a great idea.
EMS and he works with them.
Yeah, I have.
Tell me where to get it from.
I have someone who could use it.
The next thing is a lavender farm right in Townsend. Lavender farm, how nice is that? That's nice to see. Then I love this one, Delaware Botanic Gardens. How fun is that to go and, it's
Yes, they,
Dagsboro,
that's right, yeah.
way down, but all right.
I was there for that.
Uh,
I could have gone, you could have gone.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
I mean, this, well, the dinner theater, oh, I love the dinner theater, that's my favorite, dinner theater. I just booked a dinner theater, Dutch Apple Dinner Theater.
Yes.
I just booked it, some of my people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go see, what are we gonna see? I forgot already.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something good.
Yes, oh, always very good.
What is it called? Is that?
The Dutch Apple Dinner Theater. So the actors and actresses, pardon me for that. No, stay right there. The actors and actresses serve you dinner, and the dinner is great. And then they go and they do the show. And
Is it
it's just terrific. Yes,
The one
Dutch
in-
Apple Dinner Theater.
They used to have one in Delaware called Three Little Bakers.
Three little
Oh,
bakers, yes. Three little bakers.
Oh, my goodness, I would, I get.
Yeah, it was up in Newark. Unbelievable.
I've never been to the Biggs, BIGGS museum yet. I have not. Oh, yeah, Dutch Apple.
I've been there.
Then. This is the Dutch Apple Dinner Theater, the everything.
Will House Shopping Tours, Oklahoma, also go, Mary Poppins.
No. No. They just booked it for me. Keep going a little bit more. One more. Beautiful. I think we're gonna go see Beautiful. Carol King, Carol King, yeah. So that's another one. I mean, there's truly a lot, truly a lot.
When you looked at
A trip down to Legislative Hall. I only went there once. I mean, I didn't know it was there. I didn't know what it was all about. They invited us in. We went in, they showed us all around. It was very nice. The Everett Theater in Middletown,
Yes,
we were just there recently. The only problem with that is that it's very small and very tight. And the seats are not comfortable.
well,
That's the problem with the Everett Theater, for me, you know, but we saw Carol Burnett. They did some skits from the Carol Burnett show. My all-time favorite, best all, is the Smyrna Opera House. I mean, that's
Amazing.
yes. So, and the Duck Creek Library, I mean, there's always something to do, someplace to go.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you now, in my opinion, it's all about transportation.
I
To get-
can,
to
I
get
understand
there.
that, yeah. I can
The only
understand.
one so far that is doing transportation is Lillian Smith Senior Center. They get a grant and they get a bus, and it's great, the bus and the driver, everything. And that's the only one so far. I'm ready for all of that, you know, would want to work on that, I'm ready for all of
Yeah, I
that.
think we can start working on activities for, now, what I don't wanna do is, you know, get this thing out of control. Because we have seniors live all over town, and, I think just getting the word out to them about different things like Lillian Smith and things going on, but I have to agree with you, Roberta, I think transportation is,
It's the key,
it's
It's
a
the
big
key
issue
word.
here, yeah.
because no senior wants to drive at night, that's number one.
True.
No senior wants to, you know, I could fit four in my car, you fit three, you go, then they have to have a convoy all the way you're going.
You don't want to drive in nasty inclement weather, and you don't want to drive at night, and I understand that fully.
And not everybody drives. I
That's
mean, you
true.
know,
That's true. It is an issue, and I think with any senior type of activities in town, if we're taking trips, well, I think that's going to be,
correct.
that's going to be an issue. I'm glad you brought that up, because that is a big issue. There's a theater, that has concerts and other types of things over in Pittman, New Jersey, which is, I can't think of the name of it now. I've been there once, and it was fabulous. I think what, I saw it was a guy that does John Denver stuff.
Okay,
Now, he fashions himself physically to look like John Denver, okay, which I don't think was necessary, but, it kind of freaked my wife out a little bit.
well, they're all tribute bands. They're
Yeah,
all
and
tribute
tribute
stuff, yeah.
bands and everything, and it was a very good concert, it was very well attended. But then again, you're dealing with a very old theater, the seats may not be the best. But it was, the parking was readily available there, but again, getting transportation, I think is a major issue, something I think we can work on.
Seniors want two things. They want to be fed.
Yeah.
And they want transportation.
Yes,
That's it. I know it.
I think once you have that conquered, you
Feed
got it.
them and take them. That's all their interest, at least my people, at least my people in Bonaire. Feed me and take.
You're absolutely right.
They're happy.
Yeah,
They're
you're
happy.
absolutely right. Because one of the things I asked is, where are we going? What's there to eat? That's what I asked.
Exactly. Now, we out in Bonaire, I do 4 shows with other ladies. We put on 4 shows a year. Now, what do I say, 4 shows? I mean, right now in April 25th, we're putting together Margaritaville. So it's gonna be a Jimmy Buffett, type thing. There's gonna be music right in the clubhouse, all in the clubhouse. We can only sell 60 tickets because that's what the clubhouse can hold comfortably.
I am definitely interested in that.
Right? And it's $25 a person.
Okay.
But that includes music, food, and drinks. You know, we're trying, we do all
Yeah,
kinds of different things.
so, when is that gonna be?
April 25th.
April 25th? Okay,
But this is a great thing, this refrigerator card. I give this out in my, because I'm the welcome committee, so I give this out
Who
in
do
the,
you get them from?
here. Where do I get it from? Right here. Right down here.
Oh.
And I think that's a great, I put it in the welcome bag.
That's a good idea. I didn't.
okay.
I wonder if I could just call.
So that's my story.
But can I ask a question? Because we were talking about doing some things like youth commission with like the civic commission. And as far as like our role in getting these things together, like I think it's great and I love, like your ideas are excellent. So, thank you, thank you.
Oh, they are.
Are we thinking about like bringing maybe, because I know like in your community, you are like the point, everybody says that.
Where?
Like, that's the word on the street too. Everybody knows that, right? Right? In a good way, in a good way, in a good way. And I don't know if every community, you know, if every 55 plus community has, you know.
The vibe that we have.
Yeah, and has a Roberta, but I was thinking like for this, I wonder if we brought together, like we're bringing together some youth, if we use this commission to bring together some people from some different communities
Okay.
to help plan these,
Mhm.
like together.
Well, I thought that if we got together, I would like to get together with Spring Meadow, no, their people, and what else is, yes, but whatever 55 community there is, I would get together. But I can't walk in and say, hey, I am, and here's what I want to do. I have to have something legitimate to show them who I am
Mhm.
and why I'm there and why I want to invite them to a meeting. I have to have something
Yeah,
legitimate.
exactly, like we were
Right,
talking.
right.
Well, that's what I was thinking, something like we're talking about putting together a flyer or something for the youth commission, maybe we could do something similar.
Yeah.
And like,
Just to present, like when, for the welcome committee, I have the whole thing, who I am, what I do, why I'm doing this to, and welcome you. So if I had something similar like that, legitimate, I would try to get together with the other senior communities.
I don't know, I wrote.
I feel like that might.
Not
work.
confident.
Maybe you said that, once I'm confident.
Yeah. I just.
And then very, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. And then very important, any new business right here in Smyrna. It's important to go there. So I take my ladies, I take, I don't know, 6, 7, 9 ladies at a time over to the new Primrose and Lace shop. And just take them in there, look around there. They don't have to buy anything, but I want them to know that that's available to them and it's a new business in our town.
Mhm.
Because we're lacking in that stuff.
Yes, we are.
And there's gonna be a new restaurant opening up, Dixie something or other. So yeah, that's the next thing. We're gonna go,
First week of March, I think, or.
Sweet treats.
right, right, the one with the turret, that building with the turret.
I think it's a barbecue.
Oh, all right. But I like to get together. I take my ladies and we go there and I like to, everything local. I'm a local girl and I wanna do local things.
That should be, that restaurant should be opening up in March.
Yeah, I think Jeremy told me today, like March 8th is the target.
Okay, I didn't know when they were opening, but
It
yeah,
has some building issues.
okay, all right.
Take it past.
Really,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really fun.
So if someone gave me the information, not that I'm really that great at flyers, but I'm happy to give it a shot anyway. If somebody just feeds me the information that you would want on it.
Are there other, so I know with the youth commission, you were talking, like you had reached out to other, you had spoke to someone else who's like running an established youth commission, like with the senior commission, is this something that we think maybe other towns have already done that maybe we can kind of look and see? what
Other
kind of-
towns, a lot of them are bigger than this town.
Yeah.
And, they've developed their youth commission to the point where it's actually like a commission for the town council there,
Yeah.
for the city
An
council. there.
advisory.
It's a separate one, like, for example, we have like the finance committee, we have Parks and Recreation. That particular city also has a youth commission, which is on the same level as an advisory capacity to, the town council. The person that I spoke to about that, said that when they first started and they were able to get that done, there was, a few issues with some members of their city council with that. And, but they were able to work all those out. And, they have a person from their commission who reports to the, town council every month. So they're an actual advisory committee to,
Yeah.
the town council. And they, because of that, they run across not only Parks and Recreation, they go all kind of stuff, with that. But that's been a few years in the making. So,
But that's the youth, so I'm wondering if there's any senior committee, like commission committee, like, is this something new that we're trying to do, or is this something that?
I think, my guess is there probably are. I think the one state we could go to look for a senior commission would be Florida. I think,
I'll be
and-
there in March, I'll check it out when I'm there.
I can research that and see what senior commissions there are out there. That's a great idea, to see if, and what capacity they serve.
Yeah, that's kind of
What
what I was.
capacity they serve in. I know for us here, we're gonna start out with our youth commission basically being a subcommittee here. And then maybe in the future, we can look at then moving up to, with town approval, moving up to the, actual advisory level with the, with town council. So, but yes, I'm going to, I'll look that up. All right, thank you, Roberta. As always, great ideas. And that refrigerator thing, I think is one of the best ideas I have heard. And
They gave it to me for
I
free.
wonder if we can get a stack of them and just have them here to hand out at meetings
Yeah.
or whatever, if people come, you know.
so what's the source for that? Well,
No, it's, Kent County Public Safety. I can call them and see if we can get a stack
if
of
we
them.
could get, yeah, if we can get a stack of them and,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's a great idea. So,
My favorite woman was free.
okay, moving on to the Ridge Sand Project. It was, that took place right in this room. And we went out and we put sand in, red sand in the cracks, from the police station. People took red sand home with them. The awareness, I think, we're spreading the awareness more and more as we do this. So, I thought it went very well that day. So, Katie Ball and Tabby Gott did a good job on all that. I spoke with, the last time I spoke with, Tabby was, asking if we could have our Parks and Recreation, name on flyers, thank you, Lisa, flyers that go out that we help sponsor any activities or anything. Help us sponsor by the Smyrna Parks and Recreation Committee. I think she's gonna pass that through the town. I think she's gonna pass that through Tori and some town that may be getting that done. She wasn't, I guess she wasn't very neutral on it, but we'll see. I'll keep pushing for that, 'cause I think we should get credit for whatever work that we do and put it out. Any questions? St. Patrick's Day Parade, that's coming up. That's gonna be over in Clayton, I believe. I know I've gotten a notice about it, from Skip. And, so I think, that's always kind of a neat event. So that's one event coming up in Smyrna. And, we previously mentioned I Love Smyrna School District Day, which is going to be on March 14th at the high school. It's always an event which is very crowded. And we have a lot of organizations there. However, there have been some organizations that have really question their presence there. Because there's some, unfortunately, there's some organization tables that get ignored most of the day. And maybe what they need to do is liven their presentation up a little bit, that's the way I feel. But it's a great day. I think, I have to agree. I think with our situation this year, it's not good for us to be there. Is town gonna be there?
I believe the town is going to be there, yes.
Okay. Town usually there.
I do
Yeah.
believe the community engagement team will have a table. And the only reason I know that is because that's the same day as our voter registration at town hall. So I'll be there, and then Amanda, who's helping with voter registration, will be at Smyrna School
Yes,
District.
okay.
Yep. We had
Okay.
to split our
Excuse me,
resources.
I'm sorry. If we get those refrigerator cards
Mhm.
before March 14th, I'll stand in the high school, little table, and I'll hand out those cards and say where it comes from. If you want to do that.
They might be there set up. Kent County
Maybe, yeah.
Public Safety,
Public safety might be there.
because usually like a lot of the local, like Kent County.
Right,
I,
ambulance
get those out.
64.
I'd like to.
Yeah,
get
we'd
those
have to
out.
call, I'll call them tomorrow
Yeah.
and see what they can
Let's
get.
get
from
that.
me.
See if they're gonna be at
They'll give
school that
us.
day. If not, then maybe at town Smyrna table.
But they're not from us though. So
No.
we're just the mess, like, we're just the distributor. So
Right,
we don't want to
right.
take credit for
Yeah, we could just.
that,
we're
but
just
their name's
distributing,
on it.
That's all we're doing.
But yeah.
I think it's a great idea. It has little magnets on it, we can
It's
throw in the
super
refrigerator.
helpful.
And EMS check your refrigerator, to see what information they might need, we can take it, and I think that would be a great idea. Okay, so I think we can plan on, the Smyrna School District Day next year. And we can have a table, and maybe we have more stuff we can put out, and we can talk about, and we can show the public about. I think that would be, I think that would be what we need right now. Next thing I had down here is proposed events. I had said something a few meetings ago about a fall, type of event at one of the parks, in town. And I don't know which park really, but, what I'd like to do, again, is, I'd like to talk to Tabby about this. To see, what we need to do, in order to go to the council about this. And to have a townwide event, which would be all the organizations in town. To have something together in one spot on one day. Possibly for the fall. I will be questioning that a little bit more with her to see what we can do. Anyone else have any possible events that, again, keeping in mind the unity and the community type of theme, yeah.
So for like the community fall day, or whatever we call it, whenever we do that. I think it might be nice if we do something out at the Sunnyside Park. And I know that sounds different, but it does seem like there is, in that area, there needs to be more community participation and,
Mhm.
presence. And I think that would be a nice way to kind of say, like, you guys, that's also part of the town, and that is a town park. And I know Tabby had mentioned before, like with the caroling on the plaza, doing something with those funds, and I don't know even how big that park is, if I'm being honest, how many people it can hold or whatever out there, but I think that might be nice just to kind of put a little spotlight over there and just let them know, like, we're here, we support you, and we want
Mhm.
this to be good for you too.
Okay,
Some birds on the stone thing,
I
but-
think the actual location, again, talk to Public Works about that, will be functional out there. There is like a basketball court and a pavilion and some other things out there already, a playground.
And even if we do like a small community day out there for like the Sunnyside residents and the Bonnier residents.
Yeah.
And then do like a bigger event at municipal a different time or whatever, like, and have different people from the community come out and participate, you know, in both or whatever. I just like, I think it would be nice to do something over there.
Also, just, representation, having someone speak, just to recognize, hey, we see you out here,
Yeah,
we know what's going on. It's nothing like someone getting on the microphone, just acknowledging, saying you matter as well, instead of being neglected.
Good idea, good idea.
Kevin has questions?
I think, that would be good.
Historic Smyrna Day. We do.
We do different events downtown for the historic thing, so like they do like a historic house tour in the winter time. The museum has a couple different events that they do, like, for different anniversaries and whatnot that they do, but I don't think there's like a certain day where it's just like all of historic Smyrna. I think it's kind of multiple different entities, because you have different groups like the Historical Society, and then you have the downtown.
I'm just thinking
Renaissance.
piggybacking off of something
Mm-hmm.
that's already there.
So-
I mean, you could end up with a car show. you
So
could
we
end
used
up
to have
vendors.
The Alderman Duck Creek.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And so the guy who, or the lady that used to do that, I actually spoke with her husband, and he does a lot with the museum. And so I just kind of threw it out there one day, and I was like, do you think she would be interested in like doing the Alderman Duck Creek type of thing again? And he was like, she probably would. So that might be something that we could look into kind of bringing back. Because they used to have that kind of thing.
Yeah, that was something that we used to have, and we used to have house tours and everything else.
I'm just saying, you already got something going on.
Yeah,
Piggyback off of it,
Mhm.
bring some vendors in. A car show would be cool, and, old cars with the old houses. I'm just,
Yeah,
it would be kind of cool to like see Main Street shut down and have like an old car show on Main Street or something, like they shut it down for different, like,
like Middletown does.
even if it's like a Saturday afternoon or something, when everything's already closed.
Yeah, so they shut down 40, sometimes they shut down Kirkwood Highway,
I think,
and they have a whole car show, just half of the section.
I mean.
The Rotary
in
Club has
Middletown,
a-
shuts down for the Peach Festival, and they have the huge car show over at the senior center, and, I mean, that's just grown and grown and grown.
it can. Now, the Rotary Club has a, car show at the high school. And I know that I mentioned one time, with the Rotary, that if maybe, we could have a car show at another location, and they said, just as long as there's pavement there. Because a lot of guys with the old cars don't want to run it on grass. And dirt.
I can ask him.
Yeah, okay, because now, with the Asbury Fellowship Park that has, we've gotten it off the ground. One of the things that was mentioned was having a car show there, but that was also one of the detriments to it, because it's not paved, there's grass out there, but I don't want to mention that too. The Asbury Fellowship Park, which is located across from the American Legion, next to the cemetery. The property is owned by Asbury United Methodist Church. There has been a LLC developed, that Lisa and I are both part of that, to plan community events out there. We have our first one that we're planning now, which will be on May 9th. It's going to be it's a grand opening, it's gonna be a kickoff, and that may still be a tentative date, but we're getting it organized now. This park is going to be a community park. Of course, it's not owned by the town of Smyrna. Everyone is welcome to have an event there, as long as with certain parameters. This is going to be an event where it's going to be a community event with we're going to have, to kick off this thing, we're going to have church choirs, praise bands, that type of thing, up on the stage over there. There's a stage there. There's a sound system there. There's electric there. We have a sign out now. There's a sign out there now, which is around, you can see from Glenwood Avenue. And so that's going to be, and any community organization is certainly allowed to come with a table. And I'll be giving you more information about all that. We're getting it together now. You'd be hearing something very soon about that. So that's one event going on also. That's gonna be, in May, with a rain date of May 19th. We're hoping to get, media there, as in the form of a radio station. We're working on all that.
You said the
Um,
rain
So
date
was that
was
May the eighth?
May 16th,
May
would be the rain date, yeah.
No, but what is the actual date, May the eighth?
May 9th.
Okay,
That is Mother's Day weekend. It's the same day as the Rotary Car Show. But, you know, that's the way things work out sometimes. Well, I'm a little uncomfortable with it, but, okay, I got a lot of good ideas tonight. The Sunnyside Park thing, I think it's got my attention. Combination of Bon Air and Sunnyside. I think
And there's
that-
a lot of residents in that.
There's a lot of residents back there, and you know, that park also officially serves two other developments back there, officially, when it was built. Serves two other developments, which I don't think you're really aware of, but
I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know that there was a park back there until I started serving on this committee.
Yeah.
And I've been in this town my whole life, so I think that's another reason to do something out there.
okay, I unfortunately, the only park I have been to recently has been out to George Wright Park. Everything looked cool out there. And anybody know of any current problems that we could take to the, town about anything going on at any of the parks, being Green Meadows Park, the lake, any of the parks in town?
I haven't been to any lately,
Not,
but
being with the weather and everything, I really haven't been out there, but, okay.
how many parks do we have total?
Okay, I'm trying to think,
Four,
how many do we have total?
four,
We have
Four?
four parks and we have, how many do we have? 14.
George Wright,
What if we all had like an assigned park that we just checked? Like once a month or every
Sorry.
6 weeks or something, like. just
Green
drive
Meadows
through
and Lake
there,
Como.
check it
Lake
out.
Como,
Yeah, mine.
and Green Meadows,
Like, what
yeah,
are we-
you're right.
and then you have that small pocket park right on Commerce. By,
Pocket Park.
yeah, the pocket park.
Pocket
So really
Well,
four and a
I'm
half.
on Main Street,
Yeah.
so I could definitely check out the
I'll check
spot
that out.
anytime there.
The pocket
It's
park,
there.
the pocket park's really nice if you're
Yeah.
walking around and want a place to sit.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
And over
Yeah.
there by Green Meadows.
There you go.
Okay,
So
so,
good, I'm sorry.
okay, so I just said that there's four parks and there's
Yeah.
four committee members.
Yeah.
So what if we all take a park
Mm-hmm,
and kind of make it like our mission, like every 4 to 6 weeks or whatever, to just kind of ride through there and check it
I'll
out?
have to check it out, yeah.
So I said, I'm on Main Street, so
Okay,
I can take the one by the lake.
okay,
Yeah, my son goes to North Smith Elementary, so I can go to George.
George, okay.
And then Mr. Barto's over there by Sunnyside. And then aren't you over there by Green Meadows, kind of?
Kind of, yeah.
You're on that,
I'm not in that community, but yeah, I could certainly,
You're on
it's
that
not long. I could actually walk it.
Who's Green Meadows?
Green Meadows Park. It's all in the
is
back,
that Fairfield?
back by the bypass. It's
Yeah.
all the way in the back. It's a small little thing. It's not much. They have a basketball court, some picnic tables, and a little pavilion, and that's it.
Is on the other side of one or our side of one?
your side of one.
Where's that?
It butts up to one.
It butts up.
Like, it's like the park and then there's like a hill and then one. whatever.
In the 22 years, I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a little community park. What the town did, a couple years ago, was we renovated on our suggestion, the parks committee then, suggestion was to renovate that basketball court back there. It was pathetic. And, so they went ahead and put a new basketball court in, which was kind of nice. But there's picnic tables back there in the pavilion, and there's a little bit of, open space, but it's not very big. It's not very big at all. There's no really parking for it.
Mhm.
There's street parking, for it back there, so,
did they get rid of the swings?
pardon me?
Are there still swings there?
Yeah, there is a little playground there too, that's right.
I played on that.
So I know that there's, the community requested lighting, which I believe they may have. And I feel like they're in nice shape, and also cameras out there too, so, Okay, that sounds good. So George Wright Park, withdrew, could just go through it every once in a while. Roberta, you're right there
Yep.
by the park over by, Sunnyside and Bon Air. Jessica's close to Lake Como and I'm close to Green Meadows. Is that, everybody in agreement with that?
I'm in agreement.
I agree.
Everybody's in agreement, so
I agree.
a motion, to have, each committee member be assigned to just, I have to watch out the language here because, the town staff is really the people who check the parks out to make sure everything
Yeah,
is
no, this
okay.
is just our way of keeping eyes on
This is
everything.
our way of just, we don't want to take your jobs, okay?
No.
We don't want to become, them.
No,
So I would say just observe because, me being in my position, I can't speak on people doing their job. I can't even be out there.
Yeah,
But
I know.
if my kids are out there, I'm a dad, so observe.
Observe, yeah, just to observe. Thank you, Ray. Okay, is there a motion for that?
I make a motion to
Okay.
observe parks designated.
And a second?
I think so.
Okay, thank you.
don't wanna move, no, no,
Okay, everybody in agreement? Still ordered? Thank you, guys. That was a great idea. And it just happened to be with the four of us here
Perfect.
and Lisa be working on the youth commission, so that's okay. She belongs to about 15 committees, so it,
And currently not making flyers.
any other business tonight? Oh, yeah.
The only thing I have is I brought it up a few meetings ago, but the Brazilian soccer camp, they sent me a flyer. I noticed that some of the other leagues are starting to advertise in tidbits. So I added this, I asked them to add this. They're only going to be here for 4 days in July. So I just wanted to let everyone know that they did send me a flyer. And
And the camp is going to be located where?
they're just gonna be using the football field for 4 days from July 20th through the 24th.
At the high school?
No, George C. Wright.
Oh, George Wright
Yep.
Park.
They've submitted their permit, it's been approved, so,
Okay.
so that'll be in tidbits. I don't know if it's gonna be in tomorrow's tidbits or next week's tidbits with the other league advertisements.
Is there any type of thing in ordinance that we have to approve this?
Nope, they submitted their permit, everything's approved
Okay,
as needed.
okay.
Kim, did you have anything that you?
No, so, the VFW has the, day of service coming up in May, and I'm looking for community service that we can be part of. If anybody has any recommendations or suggestions.
What is it? I'm sorry, can you repeat that? May?
It's in May, the month of May.
Okay.
It has to fall during the month of May. And like in the past, we took in and put flags on all the veterans' graves. So, and we did, carry the load, that's considered. So we're looking for an event or something to do for community service.
So you're looking to be of service. You're not looking for people to help y'all.
No, I mean, people can help us, but.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure you were what, okay. That's awesome.
Okay,
Our population is mostly rural, so we can't be too ambitious.
Gotcha.
true, okay, okay. Well,
If you come up with some idea, you wanna throw it out, and then I can bring it to the host and see if they're, if they're in favor of it.
Okay.
well, I know one thing that we bounced around before a few years ago was having a group, a volunteer group, work with Public Works, about, like doing some mulching or whatever, spreading mulch type of thing.
I'm not sure if that'd be too much for them.
Yeah, I know that was one, that was one thing. What that would do, of course, is we have a paid town staff that do that. So, that way that would take, down the first of all, somebody would spread it at a park you know, or a town property somewhere. But, so I think, anybody have anything on that?
Not, on top of my head, but I can definitely think about that.
Yeah,
Yes, it's just February, we can come up with something, like I said previously, we put flags on the graves and we assisted with the carry the load and,
mhm,
you know. Not too strenuous, but something we can get out there and, you know, and then one year, I think there was a guy down in Clayton Hughes. He was a shut-in veteran and he had to cut his grass and his pool was a mess, and so we went in and just cleaned the whole place up for him. So,
Okay.
did that in conjunction with the American Legion.
That's awesome.
okay, so. Yeah, definitely be thinking about that, what we can do on this one, what may be needed, so. Okay, anybody have anything else tonight? Okay. Next meeting will be March 18th, same place, same time. Motion for adjournment,
Motion.
second, okay, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, thank you, Pam, as always, for,
Oh, that was a nice productive meeting.
yes, it was, for coming out, and I appreciate your